you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs and the champions of the NFC, the Philadelphia Eagles. One game to decide it all, and it looks a lot like last year's game. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. The Chiefs and the Eagles, Greg, back at it this time in Santa Clara. 364 days ago, it was New Orleans. The Eagles came out on top, and now the Chiefs try to turn the tables on Philly.
Yeah, and you have to think back to last year's game, like just the slow start that Kansas City got off to. You let a team like Philadelphia play with the lead, play from out front with that run game and that defense. That's going to be a tall task. So the key going in, everything that Andy Reid has talked about all week, get off to a fast start, come out, attack, and try to keep this thing even a lot longer than they did last year.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And off we go on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
All week long, they just keep telling themselves it's just another game, and then reality sets in. And I promise, as he takes the field right now, Mike, the thoughts and the emotions swirling around his head, he's got to do his best to harness it. These are the games that legacies are built upon. He understands, even though he's had this long journey, he is going to be judged based on these next 4 quarters.
And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
To throw on second down is Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Short throw taken in by Goddard. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
3rd and 6. Again, Hurts. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's taken in. Alcantara's got it. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert On fourth down.
First and 10 at the
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! John Bates. Touchdown, Eagles. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
Well, after 2 weeks of anticipation, 2 weeks of scrutiny, I'm not sure if you can start a Super Bowl game any better than we just saw here, Mike. I mean, to take that ball down methodically, play after play, and end up with a touchdown, it just allows you to settle into the game, settle your entire sideline, and take a deep breath. Now it's up to the defense to go out there and try to get a stop, and you just can't start a Super Bowl any better than that.
The extra point, up and good. And the Eagles are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You just can't imagine the emotions and the thoughts swirling around his head as he takes the field on this opening drive, Mike. I mean, you think of the journey they've been on, their regular season, that gauntlet of playoff games through the AFC playoffs, and now here they are. He's taking the field as the starting quarterback in the Super Bowl, and he's 4 quarters away from living out his dream.
Lots of space, past the 45, 20, 50, and he will score. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Now, the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Roger. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Eagles offense going to take over now for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Hurts now. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the Chiefs' 43-yard line.
They'll run. It's Barkley. He'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
That is caught out wide on the RPO, and that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 23, here's second down and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
That's taken in right side by Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Kelsey opens his account, his 1st catch, and a 1st down to boot.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Mahomes on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Rice. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to connect with the veteran Zach Ertz that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Right back to the air for Mahomes. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So one of the elements of a good screen game is the quarterback having the timing in his head to know, I want to hold the ball long enough to get the rush to commit to me, to set up the blocking and set up the back behind them. But I also can't hold it on forever because then I don't have an opportunity to deliver the ball. So it was really more of the latter here where he's trying to hold on as long as he can. The pressure just gets to him a little too fast, and the ball falls incomplete.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. That's a gain of 28.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time with Pacheco. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, KC. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Butker now for the point after. He's got it. And the Chiefs will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Covey now on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Eagles offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on 1st down. To throw is Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. That's caught by Goddard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big play here in the big game. A pickup of 44 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 2. That's quickly out to Smith. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
The 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Barkley. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. One incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He pulls it in around the 5. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
Barkley trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Man in motion is Brown. Hurts using the hot pass. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he will not get in. The defense stands their ground, pushes him back, and they force 4th down.
Their ground game ends up failing at the exact moment, Mike, where they're needed the most. 1 yard to the goal line, that's prime opportunity. Finish the drive, take the lead, but instead, they go backwards.
Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
2nd and 7. Throwing is Mahomes. That's complete on the tight end screen. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Third and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he will have the Chiefs first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
One broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On the return, it's Covey. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter. and get started with 1st and 10. Here goes Hurts on the design run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Hurts. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Left side, it's caught by Brown. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Now a shot here, deep middle. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
Pushed out to his left. Now he takes off. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get that to Goddard. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. So the Eagles will use their 1st time out here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. The Chiefs offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
2nd and inches. Final play of this first half. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half.
Let's get this point. 3 points are huge. Get 3 points on the board.
Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. Now return coming from the 7. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Open man, right side, is Kelsey. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down, KC.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he is putting in the work, dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Now the offensive coordinator's got a decision on his hand, Mike. It was 2nd and 1. He decides to go with a conservative run, gets stopped for no gain. He's in the exact same position now on third down. Does he try to change it up, or does he just turn around and hand it off again?
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand. The Eagles offense and their running back set to go once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Pass over the middle to Calcaterra. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Headed left, buying time. He runs with it. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one caught at the 4. And he is close to the pylon, but they say he's not in. But he's got the next best thing. No touchdown, but a 1st down. It's 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
No handoff. He'll keep it himself. He will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option. But for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball. And by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Hardman now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A diving effort there, but he can't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. To the outside, catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that 1st down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. 1st catch, 1st touch. Here as we start the 2nd half.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Chiefs 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
We'll get this to about midfield. Jaden Hicks on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3 on 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. He's across midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Mahomes. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That one complete to Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and the Chiefs have a first down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Mahomes looking to throw on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Mahomes back, and that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter, they convert on fourth down. They put Kelsey in motion. RPO, and they'll throw it to Rice. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will even the score. It's now 21-all. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up without question. Something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Now Hurts. That's right side. He's got Calcaterra. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2. Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Down to the final quarter in Super Bowl 60. We'll return for the 4th from Santa Clara after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 16 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And you'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Dotson, the man in motion. On 2nd down, Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. Ooh. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Hardman now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Quick throw here, taken by Hopkins. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They put Kelsey in motion. Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on fourth down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on third down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Dotson, the man in motion. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Second down, they need 7. Hurts will try it again. Short pass, he's got Calcaterra, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Again, Hurts laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for an Eagles first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time by talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
To the outside, catch made by Brown. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 4.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Gainwell. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll run with Barkley. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal from this far out. You thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Hardman now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Third and long for Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Once again, it's Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Here's Barkley trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Hurts going to hold on to this one, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield, taken down back at the 3.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Barkley, and he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And they will finally track him down. Great coverage downfield. Leads to a sack. And there it is. They've done it again. For a 2nd straight year, the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Well, a fitting ending to a great NFL season, all culminating here in the Super Bowl. And, Greg, I think we can say the best team won the title.
And you think back to the season they had, Mike, where they earned everything on